I don't remember this map. Alright. How does one play the video game?
U.S. forces have captured Delta Sector. Tossing grenade! Stop the U.S. forces from conquering every sector.
I don't remember being able to go this far around.
We believe they have expended half of their resources.
Actually, I don't think you could. Oh.
Charlie 1 is under siege. They've secured all of Alpha Sector.
Another instance of console players, I think, eating hipfire. That or that
We've lost control of Charlie 1.
middle pillar actually just has like a completely solid hitbox all the way through it.
They've occupied
Just
Charlie
technically
Sector.
possible.
We are losing resources. Friendlies are now securing Charlie 1. Target locked in. We have captured all of Delta Sector. Tracking!
Fuck! Ah! I knew it was that guy again. I should have ADS. I probably would have killed him. Oh, and I was really close to killing that AA too. Backblast? I mean, the recoilless does have a backblast.
We've lost control of one of our objectives. They've taken Bravo Sector.
Yeah, I was also reloading. How am I now, Fedge? I'm doing pretty fine. Still warming up. Oh, I finally fixed my PC crashing issues. So what I used to do for like the last couple of days was I would turn on my PC and then I would just leave it alone for 10 minutes or something like that, and it would go through several crashes. Maybe not several, but definitely a few.
Our troops are assaulting Bravo
And
1.
then it would be perfectly fine,
Taking
no
full
problems
control of
whatsoever.
Delta Sector.
I was really curious, so I went into the BIOS and somehow above 4G encoding or decoding or whatever it's called got turned on. So Like, I know what it is. It's like, it's a way to squeeze a little bit more performance out of
We have spent half our resources.
newer cards. But, like, it somehow got turned on in my BIOS, so I turned that off, and now it runs perfect. No issues.
Friendly staging attack on Bravo 1.
Dumbest fucking shit. Also, I will advise to everybody to never buy a Gigabyte motherboard. Yeah, they might look cool with the fancy RGB. They might have the most impressive power phase on the market. They might have, at the time, the exact same power phase as the more expensive Asus motherboard. But the BIOS is absolute trash. Absolute garbage. There are so many settings that I can go in and tell it, like, hey, lower the voltage, like, lower, like, the voltage of the CPU by, like, 0.02 under load. And that, like, I do that just to, like, kind of keep CPU temperatures in check. Like, it's not a big deal. You know, like, right now I'm sitting at around 70. But, like, that 0.02 is enough to get it, like, 68? Or something like that, so. But, like, I can't do that on the motherboard. I'll change that setting, hit F10, like, oh, save changes and reboot, go into Windows, look at the power target, or whatever the fuck I just said, and it doesn't activate, so I go back into the BIOS. And the setting that I just put in isn't there. It'll just say auto. So the only way I have any control over this motherboard at all is using Intel XTU, which is their extreme tuning utility thing. And, yeah, this motherboard's a load of hot garbage. I hate it. Alright, let's play the game. Okay, that was funny.
Grenade! Punch! Grenade breaking! Boom! Triple goal!
Yeah, and the exploding power supply thing. Don't forget, that shit's also on Newegg, too. Not just Gigabyte. That shit's on Newegg. Like, Newegg knew that they had an exploding power supply, and they couldn't sell it because people were looking at the reviews and seeing that, oh, people are saying this power supply explodes, I won't buy it. So the only way they could move the stock was by forcing it on people. That shit's just gross. Okay, time to leave.
Initiating attack on objective Alpha 1.
Сюда, не суйтесь!
Okay. But, oh my god. This is why you clear revives. Even if you smoke it, you gotta clear it, then smoke. You don't just see a dead body and smoke it immediately. Although I used to do that too, back in Alpha 5. Oh yeah, that too. You can't return the exploding power supply unless you also return, or the exploded power supply, unless you also return the graphics card. Newegg knew exactly what they were doing. And honestly, I hate the fact that there are sometimes stuff that you can only buy through Newegg. I mean, it's not like an absolute exclusive.
Alpha sector is now
Sundance
under
somewhere.
our control.
I heard that anti-tank in
One of our objectives
Anti-armor.
is under attack.
You're not a sun.
Our resources are few. Use them
But then, like, I mean, look at, like, the Fractal Torrent. Like, yeah, you can buy it off of Amazon now, but you're buying it after someone bought it off of Newegg and just put it back up on Amazon. Ah! Ah!
Begin evacuating NOPAD forces. No use staying now.
Man, at least you live next to a micro center.
I told you to keep up.
The closest place I have is Fry's,
Just how it works out
and
Never had a doubt in my mind.
that shop has been on the decline for quite a while. Actually, hold on, I gotta look it up. Are they even still in business after COVID? Yeah, they are. It's actually really surprising because before COVID, they were on their way out.
Let's make some trouble.
Like, it's pretty clear that they were on their way out. Like, it would be like 2 weeks after like a product launch, and then like something would finally be on the shelf or something like that. Unless it was like a hot item, like a graphics card. Those things went out like the day before. that was something I always found really funny. At least with the Fry's that's nearby. Musk and I have gone to that Fry's before, and like, I remember at one point. I am? I'm 123? Oh, okay. I don't know, I don't pay attention to that shit, it doesn't matter. Like, one of the things in the season pass is an XP boost. Like, why? It does not matter at all. Like, if they did the thing that Call of Duty did, where it resets your rank, I can see having XP boosts. Anyway, I remember seeing at a Fry's like a long time ago, before like a new graphics card launched, they put out those graphics cards like a few days, like a day before its actual release.
Ready for the mission.
And if you like,
On tire sur qui?
you couldn't take the box because it was behind like glass or something like that. But if you went over to like one of the people working there, was like, oh, I'd like to buy that, and they're like, oh, we can't sell you that. And it's like, why'd you put it in the fucking on display? Just flaunting, just, you know, throwing your dick around or something. For new players, maybe.
But we need you at each marked location defending against American aggression. Other task forces will assist you. Transport is waiting.
Also, every time we go there, we have to stop by the keyboard and mouse section, so music can like. I almost used a pretty not safe for work word, so he can mess around with all of the mice and the keyboards. Also, hate BMX.
Merry Christmas, Dad.
A couple months early, but we'll get there. Well, I remember one time we were there, and I was talking to him about mice. Sorry, it's been a while. Dude, you don't gotta worry about that, man. No one should.
We are attacking Charlie 1.
Like, yeah, I want to see people, like, hanging out and chat and stuff like that, but, like, you should never feel bad about not being around. I mean, unless you're into that, I can play into that if that's what you want. But anyway, we were talking about mice, and he was like, oh, follow me. Like, while we're at the store, and he's like, follow me, and he finds like a bunch of SteelSeries. Like a bunch of SteelSeries mice. he just starts like, oh, if you want, it's like you might want this one or whatever. It's like here, like just mess around with this for a little bit. I'm dead. I'm dead. I didn't end up buying any of those mice because they were all wired. And ever since I used the G900, going back to a wired mice is pretty difficult for me. Which is funny because you can literally use the G900 to kill somebody. Just put in a sock and like a long sock and just whip that shit around. G703 for the 403. Yeah, I've heard good things about Logitech mice. At one point, I borrowed one of Music's Logitech mice, and then I updated the firmware on it, and it died. It literally bricked itself, and I was like, "I'm really sorry, Music. I bricked your really awesome Logitech mouse." And he's like, "Oh, don't worry about it." I'm like, "I still feel bad about it. I still feel bad about it. I just updated it, updated the firmware, and it just died." So, well, like right now I'm using borrowing for like an indefinite amount of time. It's Ninjago Origin 1X. I wish it was a little bit, I wish all mice were a tiny bit bigger. But other than that, and like this weird wobble effect that it has when you're going left and right. It's perfectly fine. And I mean, the reason why it wobbles is because he has like these little, they're like smaller pads on the bottom because he had to pull off the pads that were on it before to open up the mice to fix something about the clicks. Let's see. Let's go this way.
Our forces are assaulting Alpha 1.
Yeah, this is a good mouse. It's really weird, like, I borrowed his Viper Ultimate. In fact, I still have it. His Viper Ultimate. I was like, oh, this is a pretty good mouse. He's like, oh, here, try this one. The shape is a little different. And it doesn't have that rubberized stuff on the sides that I don't like. I've had this for, like, 10 months now?
We are holding Alpha Sector.
And, like, it's the same weight as the Viper Ultimate. So, like, switching to this mouse was, like, fucking flawless, almost. Fedge just be stealing shit now? Nah, I just talked to him about mice. And he's like, here, borrow this. Here, borrow this. The guy has, like, what, 40 of them? Or is it 60? He has a few. Oh, right as I noticed the hind up there I could have spawned on. 40 sounds low. Yeah, it's he's got a lot. I mean, one of the nice things about the Origin 1X is just the fact that there's no software that goes with it. Like a lot of other mice companies are like, have this software that controls like a billion tiny LED RGBs on this thing for no fucking reason. Because it'll look cool or something, you know? I mean, I think the reason why I started borrowing the 1X is because I was thinking about buying the Glorious Model O or something like that. And he's like, here, this is basically the same shape and just as light, I
They've
think.
taken Alpha Sector.
I was like,
Stop
alright.
the US forces from conquering every sector.
I also tried his wired Model O. And if it wasn't wired, it would have been great. But that's just how I am. I don't know, I gotta say, that's kind of weak.
Not from my end. Tastes really fucking good.
Let me know if Ravik's too quiet. It's kind of quiet on my end for some reason.
We're losing resources, but we're not in danger yet.
Fuck, oh! I thought that was like a trash bag or some shit. I was like, what the fuck? So, how was your day?
Okay.
Just, yeah, it was fine.
You got any sleep?
I mean, I could have done with more, but, you know. What? Oh yeah, I also fixed my, random PC crashing. Above 4G decoding got turned on my BIOS.
Above four? What?
Above 4G decoding, it's a PCIe setting.
How is that causing it to crash?
Hey. I have no idea. Turned it off and I haven't had crashed since. Because normally, from like a cold boot, it'll crash a couple times before finally it lets me use the PC. And now that I turned it off, it was just fine from cold boot.
That sounds like a really bad overclock.
I'm not gonna your fucking car. Get out of here.
Reloading.
You know, there was one point, I want to say like a few years ago. Was it a few years ago? Maybe it was just a year ago. Where somebody actually impersonated me on the comment section of Ravik's videos. Can't see shit because of an explosion. I was using heat. I need to leave. Very needy cat. Yeah, but cats are cool. I don't even remember what the guy said when he impersonated me. I just remember, like, he had like my F7 logo. His name on Google was literally Fedge777. Impersonated me in every possible way, and I was like, oh cool. I guess I'm popular enough now to actually have an impersonator.
You need to head back. You left the engagement.
What the fuck? Where the fuck?
They're beginning to take a toll. Keep fighting.
A friend of mine, whose cat is
US troops moving on
to
Charlie
anyone else, will just completely ignore or like run away from you if you try and like pet her. Like, you try and do anything with that cat, she's like, nope. But like, if he's in the room, she's like fucking all over him. It's like, no, give me pets. And then like someone like, if you're sitting next to him and you go to pet her, she's like, fine, I'll tolerate pets for now. Your friend's cat was the same way. Cats do be like that, though. Oh, fuck off. God damn it.
Friendly forces targeting Alpha 1.
Push the enemy off that objective.
Commander's watching.
Close in and on top. It's locked on.
I'll find your hitbox eventually. Christ, I got to the ammo box.
We control most sectors on the battlefield.
Alpha sector has been
Nicknamed asshole. Shit.
Launching grenade!
My grandparents have a cat that I've nicknamed Little Asshole. Dude only likes you if he wants food from you. Other than that, you might as well not exist. Cat's a black cat. Do you let that cat outside? I wouldn't. If I had a black cat, I would not let that cat outside. Because superstitious people are fucking crazy.
Objective 1. We'll need to recapture it.
Closing in. I've got you moving. Hold on.
Also, no, you don't let her out good.
One down.
I thought I went prone on time. Fuck. I can't. It's not sucking me up, but I can't go prone.
You're like swimming in the
Ah.
ground. Don't worry, I got it.
Aplicado pour toi. Target more.
She got sucked up by the tornado. So I jump off somewhere else. The cat that I nicknamed Little Asshole a long time ago. A long time ago, climbed himself on top of my grandparents' roof. And I just remember being on like the second floor of their house, and looking out the side window, and he's just sitting there meowing at me because he was apparently stuck on the roof for like 3 hours. So finally, I like found a ladder, went up, and I had to one hand pick him up, and then bring him down, and he scratched the shit out of my arm while I was trying to help him.
Fucking danger. 180 degrees. 110
Hey, Tofu.
Charlie sector
Eat your
is in
Wheaties
enemy
tonight.
hands.
Wow, that Twister went on a diet.
Let's see what Twister. Fuck, I thought I had more than that. Yeah. Okay, I was worried it was gonna hit the fucking road sign.
Hostile activity at one of our objectives.
Grenade out! Grenade closing in!
We should go back to sea. Love you some broccoli. Depends on how the broccoli's prepared. Yeah. Like if it's just fucking broccoli, like on the side. Mm-mm. I didn't realize that was an enemy tank right there. Wait,
Closing in on target!
our guy lost it. Oh.
Grenade delivery!
US troops are attacking Alpha 1.
I want to do something, I really do, but... Okay, cool. Yeah, damn it. Strange to like cauliflower? It's not strange that you like something. And again, cauliflower is one of those things that's okay if prepared correctly. Well, not necessarily correctly, but just in a certain way. By the way, I think our squad mate gave up a tank to them.
What?
One of our squad mates gave up a tank. The other team.
Oh, that sucks.
It is strange, Right's not allowed to like anything. Oh, okay. Oh, what was it? There's a bit from, I think, Aqua Teen Hunger Force? Where
Our troops have lost an objective.
like this, kid and like dad,
Stop the US
their
forces
meals
from
are
conquering
literally
every sector.
carpet. Or something like that. It's like, oh,
We've taken heavy
silly dad, you can't eat carpet like that. You gotta boil it first. Like, they boil carpet to eat it.
Our forces are assaulting Alpha 1.
Marking
Guy
flag!
up on the mark. Buildings towards E or B.
Yeah, I know the guy. More worried about people near the point, though.
Man down! They hurt
Okay.
And the tanks.
Bravo sector fully secured.
And the no cover on the flag.
It's the tornado.
I don't know. I'd say there's like no cover on A1 anyway.
Well, the way would have been more from that tank side. The trees and the buildings on that side.
I mean, a little bit, yeah.
Our troops have lost Bravo 3.
Objective captured by US forces.
Yeah, that looks like it, right?
We have
Think.
secured Charlie sector.
I didn't watch the video. I literally like pulled it open, just looked at the thumbnail, and was like, yeah, that looks good.
We're on schedule. Maintain control of objectives.
We have control of Bravo sector.
They are monitoring your progress.
I was expecting we have to run to cover, but okay.
We control most sectors on the battlefield.
Friendly is hurt!
Huh. Maybe it's Twitch then, because I'm not dropping any frame. Well, I did drop some frames. Normally OBS can tell you when you're dropping frames due to internet. Let's just hope it's Comcast and it'll be fixed eventually. Like a skip and repeat. Oh, last time this happened, I'm dead. Yep. Because he's got to run the fucking anti-infantry loadouts.
Our forces are
I hate
assaulting
that they can do
Alpha
that. Anyway, last time like the frame drops and the skip repeat thing was because, well, actually because of Comcast. Also, the last time it happened, you guys were like, I don't know how many minutes behind my stream. Like, it was a good long while. People were like, the stream was lagging.
Grenade out! Gotcha! Grenade breaking!
Days almost dead.
Yeah, I already threw both
Failed.
on.
Crash one vehicle! Target locked in!
Oh boy. Is it still like stuttering for you guys and stuff like that? And also, how far behind are you guys? Technically. I don't know, it kind of be hard to tell how far behind you guys are. Yeah, it's still stuttering. I mean, another thing, if you guys can check, if you guys can you check at like the lower settings? So like 720, 480, 360, or the 160. If it's still doing it there, then there's a different problem. There's like a problem somewhere else. Or you're gonna drop 5 minutes after joining the stream yesterday. I mean, I don't think that would have anything to do with what's going on right now, but who knows, maybe. Excuse me. I can't see shit. Where are the people? Ow.
We've lost control of an objective.
We're on 360p.
Have occupied Bravo sector. We have them cornered. They will be dangerous.
So I know Twitch doesn't like it when you go above their bitrate, but the recommended bitrate and like the maximum you can actually reach without the stream going down is I don't remember the exact number, but hey Mystic, I don't remember the exact number, but like 6K bitrate looks like trash, and everyone's like, oh, it's perfectly fine for playing 1080p. It's like, 6K doesn't... Because you were still buffering? The fuck? Is it something else on my end? Hmm. For a small time even, and you haven't got any buffering? Well, that's good. Where'd the rainbow trash go? I realized people might misunderstand what that emote's supposed to be. So I removed it.
Beginning siege on Charlie 1.
I don't know, after this round ends, I will close the stream down. Damn it. I mean, it has nothing to do with Pride Month. But like, it's just the whole idea was just like, oh, people might misunderstand what I mean by that.
Charlie sector secured. Defend those objectives.
And instead of like waiting for someone to be angry about it and then like explain myself, I just decided I'll just fucking get rid of it. And then never explain myself.
This battle is won.
Looks like rainbow
No
trash.
thanks.
Alright.
Owe you a debt.
I will be right back, chat.